就好了，你们可以。
I'm just Mike. Is the mic working okay? Is the microphone working okay? All right, okay.
Yep, it's working. Who's F?
Video teacher.
Okay.
You guys can recap.
Because I think it would be low. No, because we predicted that when we
I
did
said
it.
entire night recap.
Yeah, yeah, I know. We totally predicted that. We were like, you're going to miss the whole night.
So annoying.
Sorry. You knew your video inside the whole night. Oh, you were. This is their screaming, like, straight. She's seeing the parents. It feels like the words hurting each other.
We're like pretty much.
Okay, let me just. think. Okay, so now it's only.
Ready.
Okay, starts. Now, advantage one is racism. Death penalty is legal lynching. Racism permeates the entire legal structure of capital punishment. The only moral solution is abolition. Ban Title 19. Research recommended that the capital punishment for legal lynching and phthalates similar to distribution like of due process state trust traditional values Dr. Krauss and his science connection between lynching and it comes more serious institution that sentence and execution support for capital punishment on the legal structure and modern capital punishment sector lynching on the death penalty. The local school planning for benefits shapes subsequent possibilities for the resident of lynching and increased likelihood of the future legal punishment. The courts exhibit tenacity in maintaining existing ways of doing things and uniform resistance to change. The legal structure of courts is connected to the historical legacy of the location. Nature of lynching manifests itself in varying forms of lethal punishment, series and informed reflection, public knowledge, morality, definitely renounced collective killing. Black defendant, white victim is the racial combination most likely to result in a death sentence. Weapons 19. 55.52 of the executed were African American, while 50% of the U.S. population. African Americans account for half the murder victim each year. Hillary executions involve white males killing at least one black male victim. 159 involve black males committing at least killing one white victim. Defendants who murdered the white victim received a death sentence twice as likely as offenders who killed minority victims. Studies provided that sentences are more likely to be given to black offenders, significantly more likely in the case of white victims. Disparities based on the victim races, defendant races, capital punishment. Racist death tendency should be treated as an existential risk. Limiting personhood causes psychic drama and is the basis for literal extermination. Question 17. Personally, I take the closer answer to racial crimes and first the ideas of genetic superiority considered in a short set from psychic to real extermination, existential threats such as pandemics and nuclear war. Regarding says survival of sub-interests of white people above other minority policymakers and practitioners to not consider human diversity. Policy is biased consistent with white supremacy. White people will let the psychological system that existence as a whole depends on racial categorization. Existence of black people categorized as a different level of benefits to where the white people likely be treated such as the existential threat economic, social, and political systems. The death penalty causes a brutalization effect where people are more likely to commit murder. 19. Definitely increase the murder suicide murder to offenders wanted the government to kill them. Execution system. Committing murder creates scary public showing it's appropriate to kill people. Each execution led to receive 3 almost as the rise in African. Abolition is key. Reforms can't solve racial bias. Weapons 19. Lessons are applying consistently. Bishop is raised the capital punishment process. Improvements now serve to eliminate the racial biases from capital punishment. Human biases, prejudices based on race inherent within every individual, even in the presence of guidelines and instructions. Biases will affect any system. Impossible to remove any human biases from the death penalty process. Should not be used. It cannot be applied equally. Death penalty experience failed. No combination of regulation can save the death penalty from inherent deficiencies. The system is broken and should be abandoned. Legacy of racial inequality has never been adequately addressed in America. Abolishing the death penalty produces lasting change and builds momentum for a broad, sustainable criminal justice movement. Simon 19. Human rights procedure are the most contributing to the broader movement. Ability to sentiments are strong. Death penalty was racially discriminatory and compatible with reframing reform around human rights and expand constituency for more profound change aligned with the ideas of abolition. Human rights protocols adopted across systems a chance to accept and proposed likely more meaningful reform. It requires stronger civil rights demand for systemic justice. Advantage to human dignity. The federal government's resuming capital punishment can be applied to prisoners in any state since Act 19. The year directed FBP to allow the federal government to resume capital punishment. Federal cases are authorized by DOJ in consultation with the U.S. Office of More Secure making use to abolish the death penalty. Obviously, opposition to allowing the federal government applying to the death penalty for a prisoner from last year. Along with illegal by state law and half the U.S. the death penalty applies to all states. The states have the power to enforce criminal law. The importance of the federal government's right to exercise capital punishment. So many states oppose it. The death penalty, the length includes 60 years offenses in this. That death penalty act is true criticism for overstepping powers. For almost the death penalty include over-federalization, state crimes, and restricted judicial review. Federal death penalty can be triggered by 60 terminal offenses and DOJ is intervening to take over state cases. Federal cases receive weaker reviews. Figure 19. Triple weeks of execution after more than a decade in examination of the death penalty is legal crime, problem, mental illness, disaster drug sites, all kinds of stuff because death penalty is really the same problems that cause people moving forward in death penalty in the states. The 1994 crime was massively extended death penalty, federal death sentence overnight 60 of new penalty components from death. Whereas state death penalty convictions of death related abuse or process and all of them are federal courts. Federal conviction only gets a lot of cases receive legal scrutiny. A major about that 94 bill is the grand jury DOJ to take up a case that would prosecute and seal by any murder involving additional penalties for again. So Trump's office of capital defense coming seamless back in common prosecution and state crimes like the Fed Gov. Independently, some states will continue killing unless they are forced to stop by the federal government. And 1917. Linking up between the states and non-solution is that has lost intended to speak of the capital of the U.S. process to disciple the evidence legal areas to definitely hold on to a stop the bill unless they're forced. In addition to that, all the people need to be united to end the death penalty forgiven. Death penalty should be abolished for many reasons. First, capital charges, death sentences, and executions are all inherently torturous. Lesson 19. Capital traces death sentences and inflict trauma and torture. Segregation and killing affects a wide variety of individuals and inherently tortures actively and constitutes a wrong human dignity and the right to be free from torture. Torture is deliberate and intentionalized. State up action ensures the benefits of humanity that tortures. Death sentences and execution should be declared unlawful and classified as torture. Torture and death penalty is wrong and is morally reprehensible. Second, it humanizes and is fundamentally incompatible with a genuine respect for human dignity. Lesson 19. Death sentences are inconsistent with the right to life and the notion of human dignity. Death sentences dehumanize individuals as terrific offenders that their humanity. The person must not be tortured to death. The death penalty is unacceptable in all instances because every human life has value. Death is irreversible and steals opportunity for improving. Davis. The wrongs of the crime convicted people committed. Justice system lacks the ability to correctly identify and perpetrate. These efforts are not through the penalty entirely. Wrongful convictions happen to be human mistakes. That steals the opportunity, bringing those people of the constitutional right to due process. The basis of human life is enough of an argument to reveal that we cannot teach a society that killing is wrong by killing. Human death penalty leaves the door open for politicians to more easily apply the penalty to other crimes in the future. The Vatican should recognize every human life as value, and even risking one particularly an innocent person's life is not worth the retribution. Our actions demonstrate who we are, and being human entails our responsibility towards our fellow beings. Word 19. If those who are put to death profess their guilt agree that capital punishment was the correct penalty, it would still be morally wrong. Capital punishment is morally wrong, collective behavior. It ensures cycles of violence and retribution will be continued. Thus, the United States federal government should enact substantial criminal justice reform in the area of sentencing by abolishing the death penalty, life without parole, and ruling capital as unconstitutional. Next advantage is framing. The only way to solve any discrimination in the system is the discussion of intersectionality and discrimination in the death penalty. Joe 14. Research contribution to death penalty study examines the relationship between intersection, race, and gender. Race, gender, sentencing outcomes rather than independent factors. Consideration of victim race, gender outlook, overlooking a complex interaction of those characteristics. Decision will that and unable to understand if we make the experience of the groups of genetics, victim race, and gender are crucial because they reveal effects that are significantly larger than any main effect alone. Because people with multiple subordinate identities do not think further that they will experience intersectional invisibility. Future intersectional research should place emphasis on assertions laid in the intersectional framework by focusing on discrimination and criminal justice system. Research is reliable measures to seek social class and order the differences in testing exist according to the intersection of race, gender, and social class. These factors are likely to influence each other within our death penalty system that was not either cast reliably in the present analysis. Therefore, a valid representation victim will further into discussion of intersectionality and death penalty. The institutional violence and mortalist engagement at the heart of the death penalty is the same that facilitates genocide and cleansing the world of those deemed unsafe. Johnson 18. Consider the Western institutional violence impact on death row. Death row inmates are dehumanization. Death row inmates dehumanization emerges as the authority acting within the routine to prisoners render as dehumanized, and the dehumanization can create motive for violence. Reducing death row can change the federal mental realities waiting for confinement under the threat of are intolerable. Contention for solvency. Supreme Court is the only government actor capable of abolishing the death penalty. Garland 12. Congress less legal power in one American institution has the back of bringing nationwide abolition to the capital punishment system by declaring it unconstitutional. Abolition is key. Reform fails. 40 years of state experimentation proves. Volume 19. Court declared the death penalty unconstitutional. Death penalty imposed arbitrarily, still willfully against minorities. Court believed wrongly for decades demonstrate court abolished the death penalty by proceeding in a state. Death penalty continues to be imposed in unacceptable discriminatory ways. Open for cross-checks.
Who does the plan?
Supreme Court.
On what grounds do you rule death penalty unconstitutional?
Can you explain your question, please?
Like, under what amendment is the death penalty matter?
I think the 8th Amendment, which provides
Cruel and unusual. Okay, what is human dignity?
it's a right not to be tortured.
It's human dignity is the right to not be tortured. Okay. Intersectionality, what is that?
So basically,
Like how by incorporating by incorporating all experiences, we can still solve problems.
What experiences does the method of the 1AC incorporate?
Torture and routine punishment.
So what makes the action of reading the 1AC intersectional?
We're saying that we're incorporating the feelings of the people on death row.
Okay, so sure. Lynching is the symbol for anti-blackness in the U.S. Why is it the same as death penalty?
Because it has like the same historical connections. Like when there was more lynching, now there's more death penalty, and also it has the same celebratory concept.
Why is it good to equate these two things?
Because we're saying that death penalty is based off legal lynching, which is
Okay, yeah. Johnson 18. Why is it good to equate death penalty and genocide?
because the death because the death penalty is inherently racist, and we're saying that causes the extermination.
Extermination. Yeah. What
We're saying that
like policy from the federal government says that the death penalty should exclusively be used for a certain race?
it It doesn't say so, but there's like a higher probability of a certain race being
Why?
incarcerated on death penalty because the judges have intrinsic bias.
So judges are racist. They're biased.
So basically, you're saying that the death penalty is inherently racist, and it was built upon a
Okay,
racist.
yeah, I got it. What happens to people on death row after the crime?
Oh, we don't have to defend the alternative of the time. We just have to defend that that after passing the rule of passing the plan is better than the sentence.
Okay, so if we win that, after the plan, the people on death row would be in even worse conditions. Do we win the debate?
Yeah.
Okay. The solvency page. Supreme Court is the only government actor capable of abolishing. Why?
Because only the Supreme Court can rule it unconstitutional and also the trial.
Yeah, why is ruling it unconstitutional key? Why can't we like have a bill?
Wait, how many I saw? I got it, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
5 of case framing and absence. Is the audio okay? Okay.
Enact is from adopt exclusive coordination in Report D319. Enact does not include actions of the coalition have endorsed enact laws that was not legally limited to courts to make a law for assumptions that the executive branches in the power to adopt the laws and regulation act and must reach and publish not adequately to different things and values. Now the course of voting issue first round to depress it, especially in compromise process and controversial policy process links to necessary copies of the act as helping and critical limits to justify the court links and defendant concept which are critical our evidence and legal systems for umbrella to specify issues component text of links to a politics and right agent handling when possible to be an itself defined and waste out but will also press the debate and court not encourage attention to describe at a short meeting Trump and national polls and 50% of the essential fact about while the promise of house divided exists once the president announced that yes has a positive over COVID-19 urged over to Hasbro is believed for the massive policy that to march is when the White House for massive profit to December Thomas was all this to speak for his motion of the election to 50 for members of the president the flying gifts the top of the key of colleges feature as allegations for Phillips election 2019 the government justice for become the issue of the elections is the opportunity to say that vision for the way the money working those finding out just addressing the right person evolutionary information criminal justice and justice of the Elizabeth's beliefs of humanity behind person of justice must be secure in this religion but in of the candidates who want to carry out which candidates must hold accountable and real action costs also make such that start 19 4 years will be impossible to do the commercial city responsibility to us seeking jobs many over reversible steps to one of the tribes of rules within one to no terms and cultural sea level rise and several of the officers with the high degrees with the drawdown of the forms of trading and reliance on social countries to pursue the legal purpose of release and no theories and with respect is allowed to exert the UN officers and every version of this also to do policy and intention next of the United States federal government abolish the policy within the exception of the most accountable global defendants was high to criminal organization who engages in similar drug related criminal acts who intend to employ the values of boundary decriminalization from criminal prosecution are an important part of the prong of attack on reduce the related to death penalty 2019. The encouraging prosecution to make the officer of others to the drug case and record the recommend of possibility of practical with those kinds of medications with triple acting intent the validity of hours in front of the ways of the most of the crisis to write off literal religions the punishment of those who are here to risk and follow the prohibition interest of the devices of fatty ills the deadliest weapon a deadliest drug in US over 200,000 in 2016 or 2019 the fatty has become deadly war drug in the US and the more deadly the overdose and now the trust the deaths of involved in 29% next off the National Government Association to improve the White House and because it is vital economy and national interest of the United States, especially in the state of Florida States, the cooperation with the federal initiative should be conditioned with the U.S. abolishing death penalty, accountable as well as the
2019. The federal government says limited federal enforcement by 1990, which is going to be illustrated theory saying the multiple security by the way, unless it's not sure the federal government machine, the general the government and the institution rules, the that's what I was saying. 13 community was the multi-religion organizations of federal actions and I was in the operations. The federal government is necessarily approximately that abortion is a legislative provision. The federal is responsible for running to organizations the possible whisper of a proposal as we see as taking uncovered the federal role for a safe reason to go to summer states to mitigate warming coverage 2017. Mitigating the commission overall levels and increase in the for those who have been reduction of by efforts were not converted these years for the equitable like medication. This is how the norms and cover planners actually influence of the work states and influence the multi-year and leads to the unconverted federal regulation. The multi-also federal policy interaction with the federal distribution the common states in the law shape the policy of the federal scheme the more the states of federal and mitigate the more the U.S. interest in formally and extension in 2019 combines a causing extension the due to knowledge percent in the past of the because of multiplier system was and the alternative collapse and causing arbitrary rise that enforced increase in price also leads to maintaining purchasing the runaway more important avoid eventually the next of that policy system in resolution U.S. human stress use of third. This has most Washington the books and legal terms that record solution for the premier tax distribution to diversity to make a council and try to carry out the Americans and reduce stress and global war against the great power of wars Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea. All avenues of escalation for 2017. You guys are doing the trans for sure to defense and strategy of ability only on you got interested in the trade. Then you guys access the defense on the perspective about the ability to enact the position. I mean, I built chastely aware of the federal college aggression share styles and purchase when one for the women's and the missile destruction to China and the most of the Japanese military to stress that in the future in the case. First, framing the reducing essential risk of the top priority economy war, not just until Congress 2017. We shall agree that we should try to take the word that all the transition of the possibility technology should be considered for the good impression of the new reduce the essential risk is also the beyond the future information as well as the more also the also which is free on the second and this is how the arguments of the unit which arguments are true and what I was saying in research special policy 2012. The more causes in policies versus the most of the public and under in the list, the impression that not in analytical process rather than also has the same discongested way has an exhibit where we have to resources for the other models study on justice and more the government is for the express those who want to make more better should be abolishing the war and our party onto advantage. The course climate of choosing values to life is used to the override of women's decisional authority on abortion is integral in policy that resulting from legalization of the abortion has to be rejected in all instances legal to 13. The feminist Charlie Strict criminalization of the abortion upon the women's abortion reform and also dignity to the abortion has expressed and respect the value of the life is born because it compensates the case of the problem of the individual fundamental principle of society founded on the community as a chart of our Lord of the unity plan and personally constitutional law proportional with life to the limiting to the court the Constitution to provide the obligated the government to try to rigorously expand although we serve the parties as their own responsibility and next the capital punishments necessary to preserve the access system martial to charge and reduce the sentence of all the crimes over to the benefits with the risk of execution as a innocent person back in 2019. The capital punishment is to preserve the charge and the nocturnal factor the policies of the purpose of access to capital and reduce the penalties of our office and increase the risk which comes from the straining purpose. I should say punishment more value of this and the best of the capital punishment as worse than the plan leads to the court cloud constitute confusion of how closely federal the follow federal guidelines Luna 2005. The United States versus the price, the particular recurring false of the number of Congress and courthouse and national and law commission including the promotions that have been become called federal worship precision because the 9 years of public and responsible and their assistance and the volumes of legislation explaining to any indicates as a no questions and answers to abolishing this element means more life sentencing that actually increasing the prison population class in 2017. The Liberal Convention having property law passed the alternate to have the law passed on increasing the thing on the prison terms are using as a way to social the racial sentence and upgrades going off money and take the washing penalty and the strategy is taking this on now to overcoming the encapsulation is a kind of rational and prerequisite to rejecting retribution 2012. Absence of civil dignity as a like a legal value or more citizen dignity with the law enforcement overcoming to really condition as a law and such. Charles will be an animal to political person showing that in constitution and statute the matter of resource social legal social legal culture which is risk continuing to figure out that place if you are on track about the opportunity.
Experience. Yeah. you explain your analytic on framing, your number 2 thing?
So argument.
Yeah. Like, what's the implication of this?
So basically, we're saying that any your framing does not assume that where we can read arguments and then
Like, it just means that it doesn't matter if you win framing, because if you drop nuke war goes to extinction, then we obviously win because you dropped it.
Okay. So it doesn't matter if we say no link, if we don't say that nuclear war doesn't cause extinction, we become non-framings.
what do you mean?
Like, so Brittany just said that if we say that nuclear, okay, that it's fine. On the NGA payment plan, how can you ensure that, like, the federal government will abide the states?
It ensures the federal follow.
Why would they have? Why can't the federal government say no?
Because we can read more arguments on that says if the passing through the states will ensure the federal follow on, and it's a guarantee that they will follow on.
Okay. On Student Act, how are we not predictable?
So you're the court.
But like this app specifically, how are we not predictable?
Because you specified the actor as the court, which means that if you specify the specification of the court rulings has like so many grounds, you can basically talk about any kind of court rulings, and that exposed topic, so it's not predictable.
Okay.
And our interpretation is more precise than your interpretation that you might read later.
Okay. On the advantage, number 4, can you explain how we don't solve for like the upper rule when we like ban it in our when we abolish it in the
The
plan?
Clan Server 2017 card basically talks about if you end like death penalty, that means it will increase the prison population by because wait, what's your question?
Wait, why does this apply to us when we abolish life without parole in our context?
It applies because you abolish death penalty, that means that will increase the prison population.
Because it's just
Because
so it doesn't have to be life without parole, right?
yeah, it's just like the general the prison terms will increase.
Like, we need to know,